A lot to talk about following the crazy weekend that was at WrestleMania and Raw after WrestleMania. This is Wrestle Round, bringing you today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. As always, to be fully up to date, make sure to have those notifications turned on, and let's get right into it. Seth Rollins had an incredible weekend of facing off against the returning Cody Rhodes, and he ended up doing a lot of interviews, putting over WWE and in a way calling out AEW. The Gorilla position ended up asking Seth Rollins who he would like to see walk through the forbidden door next now that Cody Rhodes is joining his roster. He didn't give an answer, but he did put over WWE for being the place for wrestlers to prove that they are the best in the world. He said, "This is the big league. I said it to him. I said it before. This is the premier professional wrestling company on the planet. I know, don't say professional wrestling. Doesn't matter. We have the best in the world, and now we have Cody Rhodes on top of that, and he is joining the club. So if you want to be the best, don't go play rinky-dink. Come here. Do your thing here. We are the best, top-notch across the board. I'm not taking anything away from anybody else who is anywhere else. I love it. Do what you do. You guys are tremendous, and there are great talents out there, but this is where you are the best. This is where you find out if you can hack it on the top level." End quote. So Seth Rollins was definitely saying it professionally, but at the same time definitely took a chance to take a shot at AEW. Let's talk the latest in regards to the brand new faction that is brewing on WWE Raw right now, and that is for Edge. Edge already joined forces with Damian Priest, and reports continue to indicate that Rhea Ripley and Tommaso Ciampa were also discussed as possible members of this new stable, but it is unsure if WWE will end up changing plans or not. At least for Tommaso Ciampa, because for Rhea Ripley, it's almost a given that it is going to be happening. This is why WWE teased her breaking off from Liv Morgan. Even though they got a tag team title opportunity next week, Rhea Ripley is likely to walk out on her once again. They will have that breakup that will eventually lead to Rhea Ripley joining Edge and Damian Priest. As for Tommaso Ciampa, we didn't get to see him on Monday Night Raw this week, so really wondering what WWE is planning right now. Talking about Monday Night Raw, not really a surprise here, but it seems like there were some major late decisions made during the day, and one of those was in regards to the NXT title change. Braun Breaker ended up getting a rematch against Dolph Ziggler for the NXT Championship, and he actually won the title, even though he ended up losing at NXT Stand and Deliver just 2 days prior to that. This title change didn't really make sense because you could have just have Braun Breaker win the title on that big WrestleMania weekend. Regardless, according to the Wrestling Observer Live, Dolph Ziggler was supposed to have a longer title reign, but right before the show started, WWE changed plans. There's no specifics on it up to why, but it was speculated that they didn't put the belt on Braun Breaker on Saturday because they had plans to move him up to the main roster as a regular Raw or SmackDown active roster member, but clearly they canceled the call-up and decided to give him the title as he will be staying on NXT for a bit longer. Here's some interesting news in regards to Logan Paul. On the Wrestling Observer Radio, it was indicated that the reason up to why The Miz turned on Logan Paul, even though it was after they ended up winning the match, it was because Logan Paul worked it on his deal that he will be a babyface by the time that the angle was over. So Logan Paul just wanted to walk out as somebody who the audience likes. A lot of people though were cheering The Miz after what he did, so I don't know if it fully worked. But someone should probably tell Logan Paul that it is pro wrestling. It doesn't matter if you're a heel or babyface. What matters is that you're getting a reaction, and to be fair, he does get the reaction. And the last bit of news, we are talking the latest in regards to Stone Cold Steve Austin, as it looks like he is fully done. We just see him wrestle his last match. According to Wrestling News.co, it was said that Vince McMahon would more than love for Stone Cold Steve Austin to do another match after his performance performance at WrestleMania 38. It was said that Stone Cold Steve Austin was very satisfied with the no-holds bar match. However, it was added that there are no plans for him to wrestle again. The word going around backstage is that Stone Cold Steve Austin was happy with his performance in the match with Kevin Owens and that there are no plans for him to once again wrestle. This is WWE though, so never say never. At the same time, we are talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was gone for 19 years and WWE was not able to convince him to come back for those 19 years. So the question is, will Vince McMahon be able to break him again so that he could come back for that one more match? So that is all the latest of wrestling news and rumors. If you guys enjoy or found this informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications. Stay savage and I'll catch you on the next one.